Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you all to Billionaire Island Phase 2. Billionaire Island Phase 2 is situated beside Enuan mega city, Asaba. It's an estate that you can never imagine to avoid to miss. Billionaire Island Phase 2 has all the wonderful facilities of an estate. And as you can see, work is going on, gated estate. Look at the fence, wonderful. What are you waiting for? Billionaire Island Phase 2 is nothing but a replica of Billionaire Island Phase 1, which was sold out in less than 3 weeks of launch. Billionaire Island Phase 2 is purely a dry land with all the wonderful facilities, like I said earlier, pipe-borne water, good road network, electricity, good drainage. Whatever you think of in an estate is here at Billionaire Island Phase 2. Have you ever thought about those who bought the Akaraku series, the Heartland series? It was sold out within 4 months. And guess what? Everyone who invested in that particular estates are now smiling and giving testimony of what therefore following their instincts. You cannot make mistake twice. Why not rush now and invest with this particular wonderful company, the P1 Plus Group, the Cedarwood people, by buying at least 1 plot of land at Billionaire Island Phase 2. Trust me, you will never regret you did, because there is no reason, there's no way you are not going to have your return in investment 3 or 4 times within the next 1 month. For now, it is going for 7 million naira as the promo price, which after 2 weeks, the price will go back to the original price of 15 million naira. So if you're wise enough, rush now and invest, because everything you need in an estate is here. Look at houses already. People are building already. It is surrounded already, and it is 10 minutes to Asaba International Airport, close to the N1 mega city. What else are you waiting for? Billionaire Island Phase 2 is a deal that you can never afford. Rush now. Why do you want to be a billionaire? Think like a billionaire. Invest with Billionaire Island Phase 2 properties, and you will never regret it. Hurry now while the offer still lasts. Thank you.
E1 Plus, making home ownership.
Information, they say, is key. And by key, do well to join us every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 4 p.m. live on Facebook and on YouTube. We are Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio, Nigeria's first real estate radio.
Hello, viewers. I am Ambassador Dr. Julius Oyedemi, your most astounding CEO 2023 P1 Group. The best radio to listen to is no other than Cedarwood Luxury Radio. Thank you.
Yes, a beautiful Monday morning, Lagos, Nigeria. Woo! Yes, somebody shout hallelujah! Make it louder! Yes! All right. Exactly 4 minutes past the hour of 10. Welcome to Lagos, Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio. My name is David, and this is a beautiful, it is a beautiful Monday morning. How are you all doing? And hope you had a wonderful night rest. Trust you had a beautiful weekend, and hope your day is going fine as planned. This is Table Talk, where we come around to talk about things that bother us as a people, as a nation. Yes, what we do here every Monday morning is we'll go into the different stories. We look into different stories making the rounds. Yes, we carefully select a few and bring them to the fore. We talk about them and also give you the opportunity to talk about them. It's beyond the fact that we come together every Monday morning to talk. It is the information that we give out, the impact that we make, the communication that we build, and the fact that we are also contributing contributing to nation building. Table Talk every Monday morning is a platform for everyone as a Nigerian, as a Lagosian, to come sit down and talk about things that is happening around, in and around them. Yes, politically, economically, environmentally, family, business-wise, and also every other wise that you can talk about. So you can also, yes, you can be part of the conversations. Yeah, you can be part of the conversation this morning via WhatsApp platform and also via the section comments, the comment session. All right, yes, do well to contribute to any of the stories of your choice, any of the stories of your choice, and do not forget the conversation keeps going on even after the end of this session. Yes, we begin the show this morning by giving you 10 things you need to know as a Nigerian. Yes, yeah, we bring you 10 updates, 10 latest updates latest updates of things happening in our nation, Nigeria. 10 things you need to know this Monday morning. I'll be reading, yes, as usual, from the Daily Post newspaper. Of course, this is where you get the latest information as regards real estate, as regards political happenings, as regards business, as regards family. When it comes to the latest happening, you can bank on us. Yes, of course, you can bank on us. We are Nigeria's first real estate radio, Cedarwood Luxury online radio, live Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Okay, quickly, without taking more time, let's quickly bring to you 10 things you need to know as a Nigerian this beautiful Monday morning. Number 1, Ekiti State pupils and teachers of Apostolic Faith Group of Schools, Mure Ekiti, who were abducted last week, regained their freedom in the early hours of Sunday. Can somebody shout hallelujah? Beautiful one. At least we are starting the table talk with a beautiful story, with an awesome story, with a good story. We don't have to start our stories with, we don't have to start with bad stories all the time. At least for the first time in a long time, let's begin with good story. Yes, yes, some parents and all the relatives of the victims said the kidnappers freed the abductees after collecting 15 million and other items, including fried rice, malt drinks, energy drinks, and cigarettes. Hey, is it not so amazing that things have changed, things have evolved, things have developed, and even people that are into kidnapping now have upgraded. They are now collecting. They used to collect money before, but now they are now collecting money alongside with some, chopping things. But it is quite unfortunate. But it's quite unfortunate. But to God be the glory. The pupils, yes. The pupils has regained their freedom to the glory of God. All right. I mean, it's so funny that they collected 15 million and other items, including fried rice. These people, they sabi chop life. Malt drinks, not even ordinary soft drink, energy drink, to be able to get more energy to abduct more. Okay, to do more abduction. Okay, wonderful. And cigarettes to give them the ginger. It's all good. My prayer is that the next operation you will carry out, police will catch you, army will catch you. You will not survive it. Somebody say amen. All right, let's move on. Power generation on the national grid crashed to 59.9 megawatts around 12 p.m. on Sunday as the country's grid witnessed a national collapse. How many of you witnessed? I was wondering, I was like, what's going on? This one that there has not been light. There was no light on Friday. There was no light on Saturday. There was no light on Sunday. And even there was no light today. There is no light today. Okay. So wherever you are under the very sound of my voice, in as much as I would love to hear from you, let me know where you're watching me live from. Let me know where you can hear us live from. Share when I get light for our area since Friday to today. You don't see lights. If you don't see light, let me know. If you never see light, let me know. And for those of you that we don't see light, I beg you, like say I will come they leave you to now because anytime we grid for it always they greedy. with light. Hey, Jesus. Inspiration is too much this morning. All right. So if you had light over the weekend, let me know. If there was no light over the weekend, also let me know via the comment section. Yes, let me continue the story. In power generation on the national grid crashed to 59.9 megawatts around 12 p.m. on Sunday as the country's grid witnessed a national collapse, a nationwide collapse. All right. Data obtained from the Federal Ministry of Power show that electricity generation on the grid plunged from 2,658.75 megawatt at 11 a.m. to 59.9 megawatt by 12 p.m. on Sunday as power distributors lost supply from the grid. The grid sometimes can be greedy with light. All right, let's move on this morning. Number 3 out of 10 things I need you to know as a Nigerian, as far as you being a Nigerian is concerned. The ruling All Progressive Congress APC has continued its dominance in the Senate with victory on Saturday's by-election in Ebonyi South and Yobe East District. The party has 59 senators. All right, awesome. It is trailed by the People's Democratic Party (PDP) with 37 senators. The Labour Party (LP) has 7. The Social Democratic Party (SDP) 2. New Nigerian People's Party (NNPP) 2, and All Progressive Grand Alliance (APGA) 1. Awesome. Number four, the federal government has said that the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has ceased assigning corps members to states considered very unsafe. Good. Finally. The federal government has said that the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has ceased assigning corps members to states considered very unsafe. Good. The Minister of Youth, Jamila Ibrahim, addressing the issue on Channels Television's Current Affairs show, Sunday Politics, revealed that the program has taken safety precautions by deploying NYSC members solely to save states among others. Please, a round of applause. Awesome. Great one. Good one. Because we cannot continue to lose our beloved young ones who has just graduated from university after all the hustle and bustle, after all the stress of schooling in Lagos, in Nigeria, or wherever, and then posted to states that are unsafe. We've lost many of our young ones, to the banditry and uncertainties in several states of the country. We've lost many of our, fresh graduates because all in the name of NYSC. And it is a great one that it has ceased, the NYSC and its body, the entire body, has considered ceasing, assigning corps members to safe considered as unsafe. Very, very good. Nice one. Let's move on to the next one. It's a welcome development, and it is highly, highly welcome. Number 5, quickly this morning, the presidency on Sunday fired a salvo at former Vice President Atiku Abubakar for his latest criticism on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's economic policies. In a statement by the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga, the presidency described Atiku as a hypocrite who has resolved to attack the government's economic strategy without providing any alternative. Please allow Atiku to do the role of the opposition. He is just playing the role of the opposition. If in his opinion, he thinks the president's economic strategies is not favorable, is not good enough, Why? He has every right, as a Nigerian that he is, he has every right to come out and talk about it. Just like every other person would come out and criticize some of the move and policies of the government. I think who has the right. But in my own opinion, I think when Nigerians, irrespective of who they are, when Nigerians come out to criticize, the sitting president, the sitting party, the ruling party, to criticize any of their policies, it is left for you to learn from what they are saying and take precautions, take measures, take corrections. I don't know why in this part of the country, when you are being criticized, especially in the political space, when you are being criticized, you see it as something else. You will come out and oppose and just fire back, and no. Irrespective of the fact that this person is from the opposition and he's saying, for instance, your economic strategies are not favorable, your economic strategies are this, and criticize your government. They say, leave waiting day for boss, enter boss. I be how they take the talk, that proverb. Leave waiting, ignore the writer and, collect the message. So you should ignore. Our political leaders, political parties, ruling parties should learn to ignore the author, but, accept the message of the author. A man identified as Mansa Shafiu was stabbed to death while attempting to prevent a ballot box from being snatched in Rikachinkun, Igabi local government area of Kaduna State during the rerun elections. An eyewitness said, as Mansour was trying to prevent thugs from snatching the ballot box, one of them brought out a knife and stabbed him. Yeah, he's a hero. But quite unfortunate, he lost his life. For some people will say, you for liver now, why you go risk your life? Why would you risk yourself? Why, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it? I mean, it's quite unfortunate that he tried to become, it's quite unfortunate that he lost his life in the process of being a patriotic citizen. And, sometimes some Nigerians will say, your life is not worth it. Just ignore them and leave them and let them do what they want to do. But, there was absolutely nothing wrong with the attempt that he made. And it's quite unfortunate that he lost his life in the process. But his gentle soul rest in perfect peace. A former governor of Yobe State, number 7, this time around. A former governor of Yobe State, Senator Bukar Abba Ibrahim, is dead. According to reports, he died at a hospital in Makkah, Saudi Arabia, on Sunday. The deceased governed the state from January 1992 to November 1993 during the Third Republic. Number 8 this morning, out of the 10 things I need you to know as a Nigerian, the Supreme Council for Sharia in Nigeria, SCSN, has challenged the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, to expose the religious sects sponsoring terrorism in the country. In a statement by its president, Sheikh Abdul Rashid Haditullah, the group demanded proper legal action against those found complicit in financing activities undermining the nation's security. Number 9, quickly. Gunmen suspected to be Boko Haram fighters have killed 2 construction workers and kidnapped 3 grasshopper hunters at Kukareta village along Meduguri Road in Damaturu LGA of Yobe State. The terrorists attacked the town on Sunday around 3 a.m., shooting sporadically for about 1 hour before they kidnapped 3 persons who came to the town to hunt for grasshoppers. It was a poor outing for Nigerian artists, none of whom badged an award at the 66th Grammy Award ceremony held at Peacock Theatre in Los Angeles, United States on Sunday. 5 artists of Nigerian descent, David Adeleke aka Davido, Damini Ogulu aka Burna Boy, Ahmed Ololade aka Ashake, Olamide Adedeji aka Bado, and Onyikonsola Aderigbe aka I-Star, all lost out of the Grammy in their combined 10 nominations. Aderi Bigbe, yes, Aderi Bigbe aka I-Star, all lost out of the Grammy in their combined 10 nominations. All right, let's quickly segue into all the stories that we've selected to talk about this beautiful morning. Do not forget, you can be part of the conversation. Feel free to talk about any story of your choice this morning, and you can do that via the comment section and also via our WhatsApp platform with the number scrolling right there on the screen. Wake up, collect your money. But this time around, it is not wake up, collect money. This time around, it is not wake up, collect your money. But this time around, Mbaka tackles Tinubu, reading from the Daily Post. Wake up, Nigerians are heartbroken. Ferry Enugu priest, Reverend Francis Ejike Mbaka, on Sunday tackled the President Bola Tinubu administration over the level of insecurity and hardship in Nigeria. Mbaka, who said there were many obstacles in Tinubu's way to becoming the president, including the Naira redesign policy, said he succeeded by an act of providence. He, however, said the president was yet to exhibit political will towards solving the country's problems. He singled out corruption in the oil sector, which he said was under a certain cabal, but regretted that President Tinubu was yet to go against them. The charismatic priest said this while delivering a homily at his adoration ministry in Emene, in Enugu State. He asked the president to wake up, stressing that God was watching him. Mr. President, you can do it. To fix Nigeria is not difficult if the leader has the willpower. I know that one will make national news, but let it be. Oh, sorry. I know that this will make national news, but let it be. Do you think he did this intentionally just to make national news? Or do you think he's just... some people just have a way of drawing attention. And it's been a while that we've heard Reverend Mbaka's voice in national news. So now that he said, I know that this one will make national news, but let it be. Do you think he just, okay, yeah, it's been a while they talked about me. Let me just trend for a while. Or do you think he's, really, really passing out a message to the president? Wake up. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. Please wake up. Nigerians are heartbroken. I would love to hear from you. Talk to me this morning. Yes, let me continue his statement, or rather his speech. And I quote, what is happening in the oil sector? How many barrels are being produced? And how many dollars are in the Nigerian account? A country like Nigeria that exports millions of barrels of oil per month, how much are we saving? Why is it difficult up till now to fix other refineries? Who are the cabals? Can't they be decambalized? Grammar! Somebody say grammar. Cabals can be decambalized. if the president has the willpower, hell will not fall. Heaven will not fall. These people can go to jail. After all, many of them did not support you. So why are you protecting them? Mr. President, wake up. God is watching you to see what you can do, Mbaka said amid cheers from the parishioners. From the parishioners. He went further to say that the citizens were all heartbroken, urging the president to fix things fast. According to him, our hearts are broken. Go to our schools. See how messy the government schools are. Are we taking care of our teachers and our doctors? Look at how they are. When they travel abroad, they begin to mine money in pounds and dollars. Teachers, once they retire, no gratuity, no pension. The hearts of retirees are broken. Let there be a law that will bring solution to all these maladies. Should I continue? Heartbreak everywhere. Look at our police and military. Their hearts are also broken. What kind of guns are the policemen using? When the senior squad passes, they will kill the policemen men on the watch post and carry their guns and run away. What happens to their families when their husbands die on duty post? No compensation. The next 1 minute, they chase them out of the barrack. Those who were born in Borno Forest fighting Boko Haram, what is happening to their families at home? Who is taking care of them? The heart of their families, the heart of their family members are broken, shattered. They are all they are fighting those who bombs with catapult. Those people are fighting. Those people are fighting and carry launchers. How many young men have we buried and still burying? Insecurity everywhere. The Catholic priest also warned that a higher wave of hunger was underway in a country of insecurity. Was underway in the country if insecurity was not dealt with. What is your take on what Fanda Mbaka has come out to say concerning several unfortunate happenings in the country? I mean, what is your take on what he has said so far? You've heard it. What do you have to say concerning what Fanda Mbaka has said to the federal government, asking them, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to wake up, especially to insecurity, to the well-being of our uniformed men and their families, those that have lost their life in the course of fighting insecurity. Okay, let's move on to the next story. FAAN, FAAN, CBN relocation is the next story we want to look into. Southern Middle Belt Forum meets today. Most tough stands. All right. Still reading from the Daily Post. The controversy generated by the federal government's relocation of the headquarters of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria FAN and some departments of the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN to Lagos State is not yet over. Daily Post gathered that members of the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum SMBALF are expected to meet today, Monday, in Abuja, where they would take a definite stand on the continuous issue. All right. It could be recalled that an internal memo issued by FAN's managing director Olubunmi Kuku, Nigeria's aviation minister Festus Keyamo, has directed the relocation of FAN headquarters to Lagos. In the same vein, CBN had detailed a decongestant action plan designed to optimize its operational environment by relocating some key units to Lagos. Some of the departments of the Apex Bank relocated to Lagos are the Banking Supervision or the Financial Institution Supervision, Consumer Protection Department, Payment System Management Department, and Financial Policy Regulation Department. The decision was overwhelmingly the decision was vehemently rejected by a cross section of Northerners who alleged that the move was part of a plot to further underdevelop the region. One of the first persons to kick against it was the chief whip of the Senate, Ali Ndume, who said it was influenced by political cartels within the government. Mr. Ndume, the senator representing Borno South, said the cartels are offering wrong advice to President Bola Tinubu to mislead him on implementing some wrong policies. Mr. Ndume threatened that if the president fails to reverse the move to relocate the two agencies to Lagos, it would breed a political crisis in the country. They are not doing any favor to Mr. President. This will have political consequences, he stated. Prior to the senator's assertion, the Arewa Consultative Forum, ACF, had condemned the relocation of two government agencies, claiming that the decision was to further underdevelop the northern part of the country. Similarly, the Northern Senators Forum, NSF, also threatened local legal actions against the federal government if the relocations of the offices were not reversed. What is your very take on this very story that I have just read out to you? What is your very take on this? What do you think the outcome of this meeting would be? The fact that some factors, some sections, some sects are seeing this as a way of underdeveloping the northern part of Nigeria. Do you see it in the same light that the Northern Middle Belt Forum is seeing it? Do you see it in the same light as the Middle Belt Forum is also seeing it? They are seeing it from the angle of they are seeing it from the angle of the fact that this would underdevelop, or this is a step to underdevelop the northern part of Nigeria. Do you also see it that way? And what do you think the meeting that they would be holding today would result? Do you think they will just come together and plan against or talk about things that would in turn be against the government and against the sanity of our nation, Nigeria? Because sometimes they can just decide, meetings like these that are private, meetings like this can just be, a way of people coming together to, plan. I'm just thinking I'm just having different thoughts in my head. I don't know. I'm just saying it might be, might not be. So what do you think? What do you have to say? Let's move on to our next story this morning. Your policies promoting despair, Atiku tells Tinubu. Yes, your policies promoting despair, Atiku tells Tinubu. Reading from The Guardian this time around. All right, let's see what Atiku has to say this morning. Presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in last year's general election, Atiku Abubakar, has again reiterated his stance on the President Bola Tinubu administration. He had said the government owed Nigerians an explanation of the over a $3.3 billion emergency crude repayment loan secured by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, on August 16, 2023. In a fresh post in his X handle yesterday, the former vice president noted that the state of the economy has in recent weeks and months been a subject of intense discourse among Nigerians at home and abroad. He said Tinubu's poor response to Nigerians' economic challenges is setting the stage for a prolonged and disparate domestic economic crisis. His economic policies drawn from a so-called renewed hope agenda are ironically dashing hopes. Instead of renewed hope, it is dashing hopes. Okay, fantastic. Creating pain and causing despair. And causing despair. The private sector is shrinking by the day as small businesses are, emasculated, and as multiple national companies confused and weary of the economic of the economy leave Nigeria in droves. Okay, the intense cost of living pressure has created more misery for the poor in towns and villages. There are hunger. Okay, there is hunger in the land as basic commodities, including bread, are becoming out of reach for average Nigerians. And do you agree with article this morning, or do you want to look at it from the angle of article is just creating necessary awareness, or is he really playing the role of the opposition? Do you think article? Do you agree with him this morning? I mean, me to some extent. Now, irrespective of the fact that he is coming from the opposition, irrespective of the fact that he is also eyeing the presidential seat, I mean, from what I've just read out from the Guardian, based on what he posted on his X handle, I agree with him to a large extent. I mean, not from any political stand now, not because of any form of political support. I mean, I can't deny, but I'm just concentrating more on the message and leaving the messenger. All right, let's move on to another story from the Guardian. Facebook clocks 20 years, gets 36.2 million advertising audience in Nigeria. Yes, Facebook is now 20 years. Wow. All right, that's awesome. Meta owned Facebook yesterday clocked 20 years, boasting of over 3 billion active users across the globe, which is equivalent of 57% of global internet users and 38% of global population. In 2004, as broadband was replacing dial-up internet and mobile phones with color screens were gaining popularity. On February 4, a social network named the Facebook was launched by 19-year-old Mark Zuckerberg and his college roommates at Harvard University. Facebook was named after the physical student directory distributed at universities at the start of the academic year, commonly known as Face-Book, like Facebook, Face Your Book. The social network was a big hit and soon spread to other college campuses across the United States. Checks show that within its first year, the platform grew to 1 million users, and in August 2005, it was renamed Facebook.com. By the end of 2006, anyone above the age of 13 with internet access could join. The number of users jumped from 12 million in 2006 to 50 million in 2007, which doubled to 100 million by the end of 2008. In 2012, the year Facebook reached 1 billion users, it went public, valued at $104 billion. Facebook made its initial public offering IPO at $38 a share and raised to $16 billion. In October 29, 2021, Zuckerberg announced the rebranding of Facebook International to Meta Platforms. The company owns and operates Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp, among other products and services. To put 3.0 billion users in perspective, that is more than the population of India, 1.4 billion, China, 1.4 billion, and Bangladesh, 173 million combined. In 2023, Facebook's biggest audience included India, 385.6 million, followed by US, 188.6 million, Indonesia, 136.3 million, Brazil, 111.7 million, and Mexico, 94.8 million. According to AlJazeera.com, in Africa, Egypt leads with 49.3 million, Nigeria is second with 36.2 million, South Africa 27.4 million, Algeria 26.6 million. Further, Italy has 29.7 million advertising audience, France 32.6 million, Turkey 34.8 million, Pakistan 45.9 million, Colombia 38.1 million, Argentina 29.6 million, amongst others. Facebook largest audience group with just below a third, 29.9% of all users is 25 to 34 years. All right, awesome one. So Facebook is 20 years. That's good. I think I've been on Facebook. I remember my first Facebook name was Devoski. Yeah, my first when somebody introduced me to Facebook, and I was looking for a name. I wanted to use my normal name. The person was like, "No, don't use your name. Just use your. You know how, we just have a way of using funny names on social media." And then the person just said, "Okay, just use Devoski, Davoskey, Davoskey." And we were looking for another name, and okay, the person was like, "Okay, let's do another Devoski, but with a different spelling, Davoski." And then I used Theo Walcott's picture as my profile picture then. Yeah, and my first Facebook name was, and then when I can't get sense, and I was all this, just change it to my normal name, David Ibiam. So you can add me on Facebook as David Ibiam. All right. All right, two more stories to go, and then we call it a day. Experts prefer solution to grid collapse as Nigerians they cry outage. All right, let's see what the solutions will be this morning. I just hope this solution will be a permanent solution so that we'll not continue having collapsing of grid. This grid, all this greedy with light. All right, Nigerians were yesterday plunged into darkness once again as the national electricity grid collapsed. It wasn't just yesterday. There was no light on Saturday. There was no light on Friday. Okay. Where I lived, that's what I'm talking about. And the transmission company of Nigeria, TCN, managed a grid went down at approximately 11:51 a.m. yesterday, reducing the system's capacity from 2,407 megawatts to a mere 31 megawatt by 12 noon and reaching zero by 1 p.m. So it got to zero. Wow. Despite the federal government privatizing the sector over 11 years ago, the grid remains unreliable, failing consumers on more than 141 occasions. Okay. Distribution companies are already alerting customers about the situation, even as the generation companies have repeatedly expressed concerns over the impact on the safety and durability of their equipment. Kaduna Electricity confirmed that the loss of bulk power supply left Kaduna, Sokoto, Zamfara, and Kebbi states in darkness, according to the system operators platform. All 20 power plants except Ibom Power with 31 megawatts were offline by 11:51 a.m. Former director of Center for Petroleum, Energy, Economic and Law, University of Ibadan, Prof. Adeola Adeni Kinju, and head of Electrical and Electronic Department, University of Ibadan, Dr. Oladayo Olakami, yesterday decried the incessant grid collapse in the country, describing the development as unacceptable. All right. Adeni Kinju said the grid collapse are unacceptable. Its cost is enormous and its implications are huge. The government should focus on how to mitigate the vulnerability. The government must start to implement some of the recommendations made to revive the sector. The sector must be decentralized to reduce vulnerability. It can be reorganized. Okay, it can be regional, regionalized. Okay, yes, that's what I'm trying to pronounce. It can be regionalized. On his part, Alakomi, an associate professor of energy and power, said a single national grid could not serve the country effectively. He noted the incessant grid collapse is very unfortunate. The way out is for government to decentralize generation, transmission, and distribution of power supply. Okay, each region can have its power supply based. Each region can have its supply base. A single national grid is not good for the country. Taking Oyo State as an example, there is no longer government. There is no longer local government. There is no local government that doesn't have waterworks. This can be used to generate power if the national grid is decentralized. I agree with that. Okay, if you want to read more on that, you can grab the Guardian and see what it has to say. I've mentioned the fact that it has been said that decentralization and how can we have one for the that is why that is one thing that when you have one supplying a whole. Let's decentralize. Why am I saying decentralize? Let's decentralize. Let's decentralize this thing and so that it can work. And let's not continue having every now and then grid is falling, grid is collapsing, grid is getting more greedier with the light. Let's move on quickly. Okay, let's yes, I actually picked this particular story. I'm not going to go fully into it. I'm just going to talk briefly about it. All right, Sharia Council asks EFCC to name religious sects sponsoring terrorism. Whenever we have some of our authorities come out to mention, some persons are against the government, some persons are the reasons why this is happening. Now, what is it now? I think this was one of the trend last week when EFCC came out to say some religious sect are sponsoring terrorism. And quite a number of Nigerians, I listened to the radio and quite a number of people were saying, name these people. Let's stop this ghost naming or shadow naming. Name them. Some people are them. Some people are sponsoring this. Or some people are the reason why this. Please, let's have their names. Some time ago, we had something like this, that I will name and shame at the end of the day. We will name and shame. At the end of the day, nothing happens. For critical conditions like this, for critical cases like this, we shouldn't hide anybody's name. We shouldn't hide anybody's identity. Anybody that is found culpable of any offense should be named. Let's know them. Let's know those that are behind the uncertainties in this country. If we've caught them, if they have been caught, if they have been identified, let us name them. Let Nigerians know. Let's stop all these, some people, some names, some people, some names, some irrespective of who they are, irrespective of the position they occupy, as far as they've been, identified as people responsible for some unfavorable. Why am I shouting? Calm down. As long as they have been identified as sponsors of terrorism, of whatever it is, Nigerians are going through a lot. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are dying. And when we begin to identify those behind these unfavorable situations that Nigerians are going through, we should not hesitate to name them, including their pictures and their full names. When we keep hiding names, when we keep hiding them, we give them more opportunity and power to do what they want to do. All right, it is not news. Davido misses out on Grammy Award despite 3 nominations. Well, keep pushing. That's all I have to say. Keep pushing. And to every other nominees that, to every other artist that lost various nominees, keep pushing. And congratulations to the young lady who, was awarded. It's a big one. It's a big one. It's a great one. Big congratulations to the young star. It's a sign that, yes, the future is bright and there is a lot that you can do. Congratulations, big congratulations to the winners. Very soon, me too, I will collect Grammy Award. You want to know the category? Don't worry, I'll let you know. This is where I will draw the curtain. It has been a wonderful time talking about, stories making the rounds. It has been a wonderful time. I enjoy doing this every Monday morning. Trust me, I enjoy doing this every Monday morning because it brings me abreast. It brings me, it keeps me updated, and I'm glad I'm also keeping you updated. I'm also bringing the latest happenings every Monday morning to you. Okay, please do well to join us again by 1 p.m. Please do well to join us again by 1 p.m. for the real estate market trend, live on Facebook and YouTube, right here on Cedarwood Luxury Online Radio.
The famous Monastery Road, Shongotedo. What makes this location so special? Let's take a look. I see. So, this is the beautiful street where Future Town by Cedarwood is located. No wonder we don't just talk about this property, we brag about it. Future Town by Cedarwood. Join the city evolution and purchase this premium property with a land title of CFO and consent judgment. 450 square meters sells for an introductory price of 25 million naira. Aha! Also, within the same playing field is Tribe City by P1 Plus. This property also comes with a land title of CFO and consent judgment. 450 square meters sells for an introductory price of 30 million naira. Now, you have two great properties worth investing in. Both properties are located on Monastery Road, 2 minutes drive to the Lekki Ekpe Expressway and 1 minute from the beach. With excellent road networks and electricity supply, we are neighbors to ShopRite, School of Agriculture and Entrepreneurship Development, Martech, and various established estates. With fast-paced appreciation, the decision to act smartly is in your hands. Buy Future Town by Cedarwood. Buy Tribe City by P1 Plus. We are making your home ownership dream a reality.
When we land